Okay, welcome back to our camera angle and drawing in Flash project. Now we left off doing the bird's eye angle from above using the brushes and pencils, and now we're going to do the high, low, and Dutch angle shots. So, and if you remember, the high angle is like when the camera is above the person looking down. The low angle is when the camera is below looking up, and then the Dutch is when you get these weird kind of crooked angled shots. So what I want to do with this is really focus on the alignment tool, and we'll make this one real simple. What you want to do is go out and find 3 pictures that you can get. And I went to Shutterstock. Shutterstock's a pretty nice place to go because it's got a lot of pictures, number one, and number two is they put their little logo right on the picture. So by them doing that, like, there's no question that about copyright. It's like, look, I'm using, your picture, I've given you credit, and I'm not trying to steal anything, so it's all fine. And it's the kind of trade-off, of course, is you get that. For this kind of project, it's fine. Now, real quick word on copyright. And while I'm talking about it, I'm going to copy this picture, and I'm going to go over my Flash. I'm going to paste it in on my new slide. Now, I already kind of prepared this. I already got the high angle shot and the low angle shot, so this cow is a nice Dutch angle shot. And it came in real big, so I'm going to resize it. And you're going to have to do that with your pictures. So I'm going to resize that cow. My wife's talking loud on the phone. I'm going to pause this and shut this door. Okay, I'm back. So the quick word on the copyright is, the thing about being in education, and you guys are doing this as an educational project, you've got quite a bit of leeway with copyrights, especially with these images. I mean, if you were trying to make some kind of crazy, cool new product and you're going to sell it, that'd be one thing. But when you're doing education and you're using these images or music clips or whatever, and you're using it for an educational purpose, and not to mention, you're doing something that there's no chance you're ever going to bring this to market, or you're not going to, do some type of publishing or whatever. You've got a lot of leeway to do that. But that said, you have to keep in mind that with computers, especially in graphic design, one day you could be sitting in a high school classroom and you never know. I mean, you start to get interested in this stuff, you go a little deeper, and a few months later, you're ready to launch a company, or you're ready to make your website go live, and you're ready to start to try to commercialize things. I mean, it can move very fast, especially if you're motivated and if you're interested in it. So you might as well get in good habits now, because when you start going out and you start working in business, you really are going to have to honor copyrights. So if you want to have an image, you can't just put it in Google and just grab the first thing that comes to mind. You have to make sure you either pay for access to that, or you go out and take your own picture, or you pay somebody to take a picture for you. So I avoided all that. I just used one that's got their logo right on it. So no problem. So let's go get 3 pictures, pause while you're wait for you, and then label each shot. So I got my high shot, my low, my Dutch. And what I want to do is I want to get these things aligned really nice. So bring up your alignment panel. And if you don't have it open right now, you can go to Window, and then you can open up a line right here. So mine's already open. And there's 3 different tabs under Align. There's Align, Info, and Transform. Transform is kind of nice because it allows you to rotate things exactly. Instead of eyeballing it, I can put a number in. And so what I did with my Dutch, originally it was at 0, like that. I clicked on the Dutch, I went to Transform, and then I gave it a 45-degree angle. And you get it? Dutch is supposed to be crooked, so I made the words crooked. Cool. Now with the alignment thing, I'm going to get these pictures pretty much aligned, but I want to get them perfectly aligned. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key. And by holding down my Shift key, I can select each one. They'll all be highlighted. And then I can open up my Align panel, and you can do this with yours. And then you can kind of get a feel for all the different options. Now, the most important one is to stage, either on or off. If you align it to stage, if you turn that on, and then I say I want it to be like align vertical center, it's going to shift all of the whole group of things up down to the middle of the page. Now what I want to do is I Control Z that. I don't want to align them to stage. I want to align them to each other, and I want to, let's say I want to space them out, or first I'm going to distribute them evenly about the center. So I click on that and see that little one, that little shift. So now I made an even space between each of the pictures, with that one being in the middle. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to space them out evenly across, horizontally, and then vertically. And that shifted that one down a little bit. So now it's kind of got a nice look to it. So vertically they're all like kind of a center line, and then horizontally they're spread out evenly. So you can play around a little bit with that, distributing things and aligning them. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my text. So I'm going to keep all my text up on the same level. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key, select each one. And notice these texts have like those little balls in the middle, those little dots. Those are like kind of like their center of gravity. So if I say I want to align them or line vertical, no, let me just space them. I think that's the one I want to do. There. Align them there, and that shift it over so they're nice and even. And space them vertically. Not so good. I don't know, that's not much better. Maybe I'd eyeball it. So play around a little bit with the alignment tool, get a feel for what you're trying to do. But it's nice to get things balanced and even and perfect spacing in between the images and all that stuff. So that's it for this one. This is the, I gotta label that. This is my, copy that birds. Paste it into here. And this is my angles. Different angles. How about that? Maybe I'll change the colors. So that's good enough for this video. You guys pick any images you want, 3 examples, and then play around with your alignment tool to get them aligned somehow, evenly across the page, and maybe off a little bit like I did mine, one too lower, one up, or however you want to do that.